Hey Legacy Builders, welcome back to Mind Your Money. In today's video, I'm going to be checking in on my August budget by closing out my paycheck budget that was set up for the 16th. I hope you guys are doing well. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining the family. I hope you don't forget to make sure your all bell notification is on. You like, comment, and subscribe again if you haven't. I'm so used to saying that now. So for this week, this the third full week of August for my budgeting period, my Kohl's card was due, so that I did actually pay that. I wanted to make sure that I paid it today. It's not due until September 6th, but I didn't want any chance of interest hitting on the card, so I had to do back to school shopping, which is why I used my Kohl's card. I don't think there's anything significant I need to remember from my calendar right now, except life insurance is due next week, and I think I budgeted to pay it on the 23rd's paycheck, so hopefully I did, so I don't mess that up. We're still working on our goals. Each paycheck is a chance to work towards the goals that we have set up for the month. I'm not sure which pen I want to use. I actually like how this one writes. So I might use this one, although I've already closed out my budget by the time I'm filming this video. I just need to make the money moves now. I have my written plan, and now I need to execute. So our budgeted income was $1,100. We brought in $1,400 with 50 cents. $94.50 of what we used came from savings. So I have about 12 purpose funds, and because I have to pay back the Kohl's card, and I use my back to school fund for that, so $94.50 was transferred from our back to school fund, and I sent it to the account where I could pay the Kohl's card. So that's what that is. And then $13.06 was from W-2 income. So I have my computer or my laptop open to the left of me, so as I go through these, I'm just going to make my money moves. So our top priority is a blessing. May the Lord bless you and keep you, make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you shalom. Just remembering that the Lord is gracious, the Lord is kind. So that's my top priority. That's my focus while I work on the money, right? Deal with the money, make money moves. So our tithe is $130 because we're tithing off the W-2, not the savings, because we would have already tithed on that before the money was transferred, however many weeks or months ago. So the first move I'm going to make is sending $130 to the tithe and give account, and I'm putting that in right now. So if you see a pause, hopefully you see the screenshot on the screen while I'm doing this, because I don't know how much time I'll have to edit this video. So I'm sending it. I'm using Capital One 360 Success because it's so much easier to manage the money with a Capital One 360 account, and all of the accounts, including the checking accounts, earn competitive interest rates. So I just enjoy using it, and it just makes life easier for me. Okay, so Fidelity and Robinhood are my two investments that I made this week. Those are always automatic. And for right now, the automatic transfer is $50 just so we can make sure to invest our money. I do plan to pull out $150 in cash. So after I close out this budget, I'm going to check my tracker and make sure I have that money in there because I haven't pulled it out yet. But $30 should be going to the laundry envelope, $70 will go to some scratch-off challenges, and $50 will go to my wallet. 30, 70, 50 is $150. And then bills and expenses, $375 needs to be put aside for next month's rent. So I'm going to do that. And I'm putting that in my miscellaneous account because that's where I hold all the money for the rent that we'll have to pay next month. Let's see. I don't know how to type it in the memo. I'll just put rent. That's all. I'll just put rent. Transfer and success. $375 set aside for rent. Now, this financial goal we have, I'm putting $100 there. I decided to put 100 because we had a little bit extra, and I really need to get ahead of this goal. So, it's not our biggest priority, but right now it is urgent. So we need to get that taken care of. So I forgot what I called it. I'll just put family savings because I know what it's for. Okay. Debt payment, $300. Now I've already made this payment. I paid $100 to my household credit card, which is the Quicksilver card, and then $200 towards the balance transfer, the portion of the Quicksilver card that I transferred to a 0% APR for 18 months, and that was done. So both of those have already cleared my account. $94.50 was paid. I made sure to pay that. And then my husband has a small balance on his Macy's credit card, so I'm sending him $46 so he can pay that. And I'm going to do that by Zelle. I'm just going to do that by Zelle. So I'm going to send him $46. It'll go straight to his account, and then he'll make the payment. So Rudy, Macy's bill. Baby girl is holding her bottle now. Oh my gosh, just new milestone. New milestone, so I can film while she feeds herself, which is so nice. Okay, success. $46 sent to my husband to pay on his Macy's credit card. Okay, so my auto savings is $55. That's staying behind in the account. That's not moving. So I put a little smiley face. TD Cushion is getting $100. So this is building up towards our goal of making sure we hit 500 in there before the end of the month. So I'm going to transfer. Am I going to transfer it or Zelle it? If I Zelle it, it'll go faster. I could transfer it and it would probably get there on Monday because today's Friday when I'm filming, but I'd prefer it to be there like immediately so I know it's there. So I'll Zelle it over to myself, and that way it can clear the account and be there. This is for TD Cushion. Did I do the right email? Yes. Okay, continue and send money. Success. $100 sent to the TD Cushion. And then I was going to put $100 towards back to school. That was the goal, but that can't happen this week. Because we needed to pay the Kohl's card anyway. I had to send money to my husband, and then this goal here is really important. So we'll just add to back to school next week because we can't do it this week. And it's okay because I'll just use my Kohl's card if I go back to Kohl's. I think I will go back to Kohl's for maybe a couple more uniform pants and tops. And for the small kids anyway. My oldest doesn't wear uniforms. So I'll have to get a couple more for them because the little boys are, it seems like they're growing faster than my oldest. They just grow so fast. And, you know, one is going to kindergarten. So I'm thinking about all the paint and glue and all the things that could end up on his pants. I need to make sure I have at least 2 extra. That was my budget. $1,400.50 is what the income was, and that equals the expenses. $0 remaining. We have $300 now in our TD Cushion, and we still just have $21.27 in miscellaneous. We haven't used any of that for anything. We might have to when I track my expenses, because if we do have any miscellaneous expenditures, it would come from there. Hopefully that's enough to cover it. And baby girl's finished with her bottle, so let me give her her pacifier. Here, sweets. There you go, sweetheart. There we go. Okay, so 9.2% of this income was given. 11% went to savings, and 3.5% went to investings. I realized something. I mean, we don't always know when extra money is going to come in. So it's not, I would have to manually send additional money to investing so we can at least hit the 5% goal we have each week. And since I should know ahead of time, I should know by Wednesday each week how much the income is actually going to be, and see if I need to adjust this, because I want to hit the 5% each week at minimum for that. So all I have to do next is go and take out the cash and then update my expense tracker and probably my monthly budget. So let's see. Oh, we're running out of space here. Okay, so let's zoom in and see what we can do about this expense tracker for the operating account. On August 15th, our income deposit of $13.06. The $94.50 that I transferred to pay the Kohl's card came from my Ally Bank, because that's where some of my purpose funds are. So I just transferred the $94.50 from the savings bucket in Ally to my Ally checking account, and then made the payment from there. So I still made the payment. It's still a part of our income. It's not reflected here because it's two different banks. I didn't feel the need to transfer it to Capital One just to pay it. I just made the payment from the Ally account, make things easier. So we ended with $13.24.05 as a balance. And so let's fill in the money moves. $100 came out for the Capital One payment on the 15th. Yeah, on the 15th. So I'm just going to write Quicksilver. This was a payment, and that was to debt, of course, and $100. So that would bring us to $12.24. $13.24.05 minus 100 is $12.24.05. And now we move to the next page. Move this out of the way. Okay. Let's see if I can move this here. That should work. Okay, it's sideways on your screen, but I hope it's still easy to follow along if you are following along. So this is the operating account. So also on August 15th, Robinhood took their $25. This was, I'll call this a transfer. It was a transfer of funds to be invested. So categories investing, $25 minus 25 equals $11.99.05. Okay. Next transaction was my automatic transfers that started today on the 16th when I'm filming, to my food fund. So I'm just going to write the category here. That was $5 minus 5. That brings us to $11.94.05. And then the next transaction, auto transfer to savings, was to clothing, which is $5. Right now, minus 5 equals $11.89.05. Then the next transfer was to wellness. And wellness got $5 minus 5, $11.84.05. Next up was transportation. Transportation also gets $5 each Friday. Minus 5, $11.79. So we are okay. And then our next transaction was the $200 that I paid on the Fidelity Visa card. Again, they offered me 0% interest for 18 billing cycles, which I believe is 18 months. So that was, I thought that was a good deal. Even though the fee was a little bit high to transfer the balance, I did, but it is what it is. It's helping us get rid of the debt a little faster, or a lot faster, because there's no interest accruing on that money. Okay, so this was a debt payment, and that was $200. Minus 200 brings us to $979.05. Good. Okay, and then after that, our movements on Friday to the tithe account. I sent $130.
Good morning.
Good morning, sweetheart. You tried to scare me. $849. I love you, sweetheart. All right, go use the toilet and brush your teeth. $849. Okay, what else? We sent a fourth of the rent aside, which is $375 minus, oops, not 6. $375. $474.05. Okay. All right, then we have the $100 for our family savings, which is a goal that we're working on. Minus 100 is $374.05. Okay. And then the $46 that I Zelled to my husband to pay his Macy's bill. So this was a transfer. I'm going to put our Macy's. So we know that, or credit card. So I know what that was. $46 and minus 46 to take care of that. Make sure that's over. So $328.05 is the balance now that we're working with. And oops, I went up too fast, scrolling too fast. What else did I do? I sent $100 to the TD cushion. So that was a transfer. Capital One. Or that was a Zelle. Oh, why did I mess this up so bad? Okay, badly. So Zelle transfer to TD cushion. $100 minus 100 equals $228.05. Am I missing anything? I don't think so. That's the balance that I'm seeing right now, $228.05. And I think I got everything in place. I do have $55 set aside to take care of next week's automatic transfers. Oh, and I haven't taken out the $150. So when I take out the $150 in cash, I'll be left with $78.05 in this account. That still takes care, that still covers us the $55 for next week's automatic transfers. So we don't have to worry about that. And we'll still have about $20. Let me see. $23 as a balance. Okay. September is when I'm going to start building up this cushion, because this month I wanted TD Bank to get their money, have money over there, and then we'll work on Capital One after. So I'm just checking my paycheck budget worksheet to make sure I did everything I said I would. And I have. Okay, so that's it for this one. And let me zoom back out so we can see clearly. All right, I think the next thing I need to do, I already checked off. I paid the Kohl's credit card. The $100 that I paid on, well, that barely covers this one, but we'll just say, hey, I did use some cash rewards in the past few days to cover, you know what? I paid more than this because I paid $200 towards a 0% card. And then, so that's $300. So I paid, well, you know what? I'm cheating a little bit. I feel like I'm cheating because this is a little more than what I paid. I'm highlighting it though, anyway, because some of it, 0 interest, right? So 101.05 plus 267.04. Okay, so let me write a note to myself. 6809 was not paid yet. Paid 300 towards the debt. Now, some of what's on my Quicksilver credit card right now is charges for bills that we charged this month. And I'll track my expenses on the card probably Saturday or Sunday, and I'll share the video next week like I always do, just so you guys can see what, what's going on there. I think we're doing pretty good. I don't know if we'll hit the 10 shares of XOM this week or next week. It might be next week. Which is paycheck number 4, August 23rd. We have 5 Fridays this month, so it is a golden month for us. We have an extra paycheck. So $1,200 is the budgeted income. I do expect my AdSense to hit. I do not use my entire AdSense check. I use a portion of it, just like we do with my husband's paycheck. It's just a way to keep a little extra money behind in the checking account, so that if any random stuff comes up outside of the budget, we have money stashed there. That's just what works for us. So we're planning for $1,200 in income, $1,200 for expenses, because it will be a zero-based budget. I don't have a top priority yet. What do I want my top priority to be? I want scripture. Scripture has power in it. Let's see. My friend Kathy over at Kathy's Cash and Coins sent me these colorful prayers. Oh my gosh, I don't even remember when she sent it to me. But I've used some of them. You can probably see. I used some of them, but not all. Let's see. Let's find one. Since my Bible is not, He will not leave you or forsake you. This is a good one. I'll use that one, because He won't. So we have some difficult, things, challenges, that just like life happening, but He will not leave you nor forsake you. And it's good to remember that. Okay, He will not leave you nor forsake you. And our budgeted plan for giving is $120, $50 for automatic savings, automatic investing, I should say. $125 in cash, which again is going to be reallocated because of just, this is what's going to work for us. I think it's going to be $150 again, but $50 will go to my wallet. And then I'll put, if I put $30 this week, next week I should be able to put $20 towards laundry. That's $70 there. 150 minus, or should I do 125? Let's do 125 minus 70. $55 for challenges. Oh my gosh, I'm writing in the actual. What am I doing? I don't know why I did that. Anywho, I'm thinking instead of what we initially planned, 20 will go to laundry, 55 will go to all of the other challenges, and $50 will go into my wallet. We'll see how it works. For expenses, bills/expenses, $375 towards next month's rent, $100 towards our goal, and $275 towards debt. $55 automatic savings, and $100 to our TD Bank cushion. And that should be a zero-based budget using all $1,200. So 120 plus 50 plus 155 plus 125 plus $750. Yep, that's our $1,200 budget. All right, so that is it for this video. I closed out my paycheck budget. I did a projection for next week, and I did pay my Kohl's card. And we're on pace to reaching our top goal of getting $500 in the cushion. Let me see how close we are to $1,000 towards debt, though, because that's the second goal for the month. We paid $200 in week 1, $200 in week 2, and then we just paid $300 towards debt in week 3. So 700 over 1,000 is $300, and we still have 2 more paychecks this month. So we're gonna hit our goal. We're going to exceed our goal this month. So praise the Lord. The faster we get the debt down, the better. Preparing for back to school, we're doing that. There's no number. I should have, well, I really don't know how much we're going to pay for back to school stuff. But that's it. We almost took care of all of these charges from, December of 2023. So I know we'll hit the rest of this. The 68 plus what's here, we should be able to take care of those by the last pay of the month. We're going to be using some of the money that we got back from the state for this Empire Child Tax Credit thing. We're going to be using some of that to go towards our Transfer Tuesday next week. So hopefully you'll stay tuned for that. So while we, get the loan balance down, I want to be under 24,000 by the end of the month, and I'm pretty sure we can do that. Hopefully we'll get to it about, let's say, 23.8. If we can get it to 23.8, that would be nice, because that would be well over $2,000 paid. So hopefully you guys stay tuned for that, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for being here. We are managing our money as well as we can and trying to reduce debt, get out of debt, and start building for our future and our children's future. So thank you again for being here. Continue to mind your money, manage it well, live your lives abundantly, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye for now.